Welcome to the 2022 Winter Classic Student Cluster Competition Studio Update Show. Now, here are your hosts, Dan Olds and Addison Snell.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Intersect 360 Research Winter Classic Invitational Student Cluster Competition Studio Update Show. I'm Addison Snell with Dan Olds. And Dan, today we're talking to Team Tennessee State.
We're talking to the currently ranked number one Tennessee State University.
Ho!
Ho, ho! They did one hell of a job on this, and we're going to talk to them about that. But first, let's meet the team. Let's start with you, Jared. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, hi, my name is Jared Bauman. How do I even begin this? So,
how do you begin this? The epic story.
You already
Jared
began it. You said, "Hi, I'm Jared Bauman." That's your beginning.
That was a good beginning.
Here.
That was a good beginning.
Okay, so I'm a dual major student working in doing both a degree in electrical engineering, focused on computer engineering, and a second degree in computer science. Working on both bachelors. Hoping to graduate with those in May of this year.
Okay.
Relatively new to this supercomputing stuff, to be honest. I was kind of just had a professor recommend that maybe I should join this, and I obliged. Learning a lot so far.
Would that be Dr. Albert Chan?
It's Dr. Yi Chen. But
Yi Chen, okay. Good.
Judging by the results so far, I would say it's a pretty good recommendation.
Yeah. That's a good call. So that's a pretty heaping helping of computers on your schedule. What is it you want to do when you get out?
Honestly, I've never been good with the future plans thing. At one point I was thinking, I'll go into some field to work in like IoT or embedded stuff. But at the same time, I've also figured I'm really good with bigger computers too. So
there you go. Now you're talking, Jared. Now you're talking like someone who wants to make their mark in this industry, as opposed to just being some IoT guy. There's millions of those.
Yeah.
That's going to be done by machine. You can do better than that.
Who else we got on the team there?
Yeah. Who's that next to you?
And, my name is Ahmad Kider. I am a second-year master student here. And I am studying computer information system. And in the future, I hope to get into either network communication or network security.
Okay. Well, network security, who cares about that these days? Not a very big issue, right?
Yeah. I don't think that's a real thing.
Very good. Well, think about the HPC stuff. We use some pretty big networks in HPC.
And network security is huge within that, of course, with both cyber defense and cyber attack. Cybersecurity is a huge area within high performance computing and supercomputing. Absolutely. And we know a few people we could put you in touch with.
Absolutely. So who's next to you? There you go. Shift that camera. There you go.
Hi, my name is Tracy Hampton.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey. So I'm majoring. I'm a first year master's student majoring in electrical engineering.
Nice.
And
nice.
Maybe NASA or not sure.
Going to do some chip design for us as an EE.
Well, awesome. And you're going to meet some NASA people the week of March 7th.
I'm excited about it.
They will be excited to meet you as well. They are one of the organizations that really wants to see your resumes. So, yeah, we may be able to do a little matchmaking here.
Now, I'm noticing there's only 3 people on this team, but I've also heard it said that a triangle is the strongest shape. And this is our first place team. This team is small like a fox going right to the top of the leaderboard.
Yes. And let's talk about that, actually. Their LINPAC was within 1.5% of being the top in the competition. How'd you pull that off?
So for LINPAC, well, again, it was a bit of a, not a brute force effort, but it was a try as many runs as we can and tune from there. So what we did is effectively did what I like to call a poor man's version of gradient descent, where we would find a general direction where numbers would improve and follow that.
Then pursue that. Okay, so an informed brute force.
Yes.
Okay, did you try different compilers at all?
Yes, a little bit, but
A little bit.
Early
They
on-
didn't have a lot of them either. They didn't have a lot available.
so for the multiple compilers, we basically just did it like, again, we did the GCC, we did the Cray programming environment, and just we experimented around with it a little bit. Didn't see, well, there wasn't a real great performance improvement to be had by messing around with that, at least with HPL. With HPCG, there was a couple percent actually, which comes down to for why we ended up using Cray PE versus the GCC compiler. Oh, and there was a little bit of optimization in that one for vectorization. Did help, but
Okay. Did you guys, I mean, Tracy, did you guys have any idea how good your LinPack was going to be?
I did not. Not at the time, no.
It was good.
It was very good, but that was the number 2 LinPack score. But where they really raced to the top of the leaderboard was in the other benchmark with HPCG.
Yes, you killed HPCG. You hunted it down, you pulled it back to the cabin, and you fried it up.
Yeah.
That was something.
They found a little bit of a side door, a loophole, if you will.
Well, not really a loophole, but one of the things we didn't specify, well, we didn't specify anything, but there was no minimum problem size. So Tennessee State, take it from there.
so yeah, again, realistically, when we started, we tried to follow the general guidelines, what the PowerPoint said. Try some bigger problem sizes, adjust these parameters. They should help you. But we weren't seeing quite the results we actually wanted. So we messed around with just doing a few crazier ideas. Again, messing around with compiler options and a few other things. But what actually ended up working really, really well was just dropping the problem size to nothing, which was just not a small idea, but it worked.
And once you ran that, where did the problem end up? All in cache.
Yep. Which,
Yeah.
In retrospect, that's the obvious thing that what happened. But at the time, it was just look, really high score. Great.
Boom. Call it good.
Pretty much.
Yes. Your LinPack or your HPC score was 31 points higher than second place. That's a big gap.
I will say for myself, I don't have a problem with it. This was legal under the competition. And if you're going to get an introduction to an industry of HPC benchmarking, finding the corner case that makes you look the best is a cornerstone of how we do benchmarking. I mean, this is what we do. This is every company out there is doing this, and other people could get jealous, but then in the back they're thinking, I wish we'd thought of that.
It is what we call in the industry a best practice.
Oh yeah.
So,
well done.
Very good. So
good on you for doing the experimentation and finding it.
Absolutely. So, Ahmed, have you done anything on the pop quiz yet?
No, not yet. I need to go over it and start working on it.
It's not a lot of material, so it's not too bad. But make sure you don't forget
Dan
about
tested
it.
the quiz on me. I think I got a B-.
No, you had an 85% for your 25 years in the industry, but you also
a middle B.
You didn't use the reference material at all.
I did not. That was off the top of my head.
So that was not bad. Not bad at all. The test isn't too bad as long as you read the stuff ahead of time. One thing you should know is that once you click that link and you start taking that test, the clock starts. And the longer you take to take the test, the lower your score is going to be.
Oh, dear.
What we don't want is for you to be going question by question and then Googling up the answer or digging through the reference material. We want you to actually read the reference material. There's not an awful lot of it. Most of these are just one-page sources. So nothing to be too scared about, except it will go on your permanent record. And it will account for 10% of your score.
You might be called into account on a future studio update show.
You might be, because we will be discussing these scores, not as individuals, but as teams.
Speaking of the team dynamic here, one thing I like talking to this team is here they are all in the same room. Now, there's only 3 of them, but they're in one place. What do we have to reward them for being all in one place, Dan?
Well, what we can do and what we would love to do is, if you're going to be meeting in one place and working together, because that's the best way to learn in this competition, to learn from each other, we will provide you with a snack budget, a generous snack budget, to make sure you stay fully caffeinated and you keep your blood sugar up during these meetings.
Snacks fuel HPC.
Free snacks.
More snacks, the benchmarks run better.
Only thing better than snacks is free snacks. Yep. And that's what we're offering. What do you think?
That sounds great, honestly.
Appreciate it.
But no healthy snacks.
What?
Well, maybe
we'll leave it up to
healthy.
them.
Yeah, we'll leave it up to you.
I know what you would choose, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would be hip deep in peanut M&Ms.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So have any of you taken a look at the upcoming NASA benchmarks yet?
No.
I'm excited to look at it, though.
You got some time.
Well, Tracy would be, if that's your aspiration. And NASA Ames Research Labs, they're neighbors of mine in Mountain View, California. I know a lot of the personnel over there. I get to work with Rupak Biswas on some projects with the International Supercomputing Conference. They're a great HPC site, and I hope you get to learn a lot working with them.
And they're looking to add people. I mean, that is one of the main reasons that they're involved.
Thank you. I look forward to it.
That will be fantastic. Do you have any questions before we close this out? Are you having fun?
Yeah, definitely having fun. Questions? Yeah? Y'all got any questions? Because I also don't.
No questions.
Bring it on. See if they stay on top of the leaderboard. There's a long way to go.
Exactly. Well, great job. We really appreciate you being in the competition, and we appreciate the thousands and tens of thousands of people that are following this competition at home. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the interview, and we'll be coming at you with more content soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.